This video starts off with me at work. So I have a job. I work as a babysitter. So this kind of explains my inactivity in terms of posting on social media and crocheting in general. I have not crocheted a big project in a really long time. So I'm going to start off by explaining to you guys what type of graduation bouquet I'm crocheting for my second older brother. But actually, let's rewind a little bit to the year 2023 when I first started learning how to crochet. Coincidentally, this was also the year where my oldest brother, was graduating from university. So, little ambitious Aisha decided to make a bouquet for him. And this was my first proper crochet project.
Ow! Jump scare.
So, yeah, I am on a mission to redeem myself, and hopefully, I can do a little bit better this time around, especially because I have gained a little bit more experience in terms of techniques and learning how to crochet different types of flowers as well. So, let's break down the type of bouquet that I need to make. So, he asked for roses and lilies, which is easy enough. So I browsed Pinterest for a little bit of inspiration, and the vibe was looking pretty good. Like, it was very classy, very simple, very elegant. So I started working on the bouquet whilst baby was sleeping. So at the house, I decided to work on the roses because that's very easy. I know the pattern of the top of my head. However, the lilies, I decided to do that on the weekend, to work on it over the weekend, because I have no idea how to make them.
When the world gets heavy and the nights are long, tiny divas rising, staying strong.
I got home from work like an hour and a half ago, and I had dinner, and then I watched this anime called Erased with my little brother. But now I just want to have some time to myself, lock in and crochet these roses. So here is my crochet snack for today. I have some watermelon. I know it's a lot of watermelon. It's like a quarter of the watermelon that we bought, but this is one of my favorite fruits. I love it so much. And then I also have a cornetto because it's so hot. And then on my desk I also have some ice water. So we'll eat and drink all of this while we're crocheting. But while I was babysitting, while baby was taking a nap, I managed to crochet two roses. I could have done way more than two, but I just didn't feel like it. It was really hot, and I just wanted to relax because playing with the baby all day is actually exhausting. So yeah, I managed to get two done. I'm honestly not sure how many roses I want to get done because I don't think my older brother is the type to want to carry around a large bouquet of flowers on his graduation day. I don't think it's him. And also to reflect his degree, he's graduating in architecture. I want something to be very minimal, very modern, very classy. I don't want it to be overboard and just, too crazy. Like, I've seen so many crazy graduation bouquets. But if that works for the person that it's for, then that's fine. But I'm going to tailor this to my brother, and I know he's not really crazy about flowers in the first place. So I'm going to try and reflect that into this bouquet. And you can tell that he's not crazy about flowers because he only wants roses and lilies. But as the floral designer myself, I'm going to add some filler flowers and just some other flowers that can also work well with roses and lilies. Probably just filler flowers. I have a lot of inspiration on Pinterest. I'll insert some pictures on the screen. But that's the type of vibe I'm going for. Just not too much, simple, basic, and that will do its job for graduation day. And I do have a bit of time to make this bouquet. Right now it's the 11th of July, and I need to go over to Nottingham on the 28th. I think I do have a couple things to order, but I might just buy them in person. So I need to buy some floral wrapping paper and also some wire to make my lilies. But I'll see what I can do. Let's just tackle one thing at a time, and I'll see how long delivery takes as well. But let's just make a few more roses. And I also made these roses using a 4mm crochet hook. Usually I use a 5mm crochet hook or like a 5.5, so they're nice big roses. But I wanted the lilies to really stand out more than the roses. So these are like really, they're not really small, but they're like smaller than I usually make my roses. Let me quickly roll one up and show you the size. So this is the size of the rose. Not too big and not too small. I feel like this is really, really cute. I might I might make a total of 5 roses. I'm not entirely sure yet. But as I'm crocheting, I'm going to watch the Big Bang Theory. I love it so much. I was looking for a show that I can easily binge and just enjoy and really get to know the characters. Like I love bingeable series. And the last bingeable series that I watched was Gilmore Girls. You really got to know Lorelai and Rory a lot through this series, and I really bonded with a lot of the characters. But in Big Bang Theory, already my favorite character is Leonard. Like he is my favorite character. So like if you know, you know, like the characters and everything. But yeah, it's really fun to watch. It's very different to what I usually watch, but in a good way. So let me stop talking and actually get some crocheting done. This is kind of the atmosphere. I literally always sit on my bed when crocheting. It's the most comfortable space. And tomorrow I do have plans. I'm taking my little brother shopping. I got paid on Tuesday, which is so exciting. So I'm gonna take him shopping and just buy him a little something, and yeah, just have a nice day out. Good morning, guys. It is early in the morning, and I finished 4 roses last night while watching The Big Bang Theory. I do think I need one more rose. I want to make it 5 roses in total. So I'm going to check my yarn stash and see if I have any more red yarn. I really doubt that I do. So I might have to go out and buy some, which is so annoying because I only need to make one more rose. But I'm not going out just yet. I am going shopping with my little brother in a bit. He wants to buy a teddy from Kenji, so I'll buy him that. So on my way back or on my way there, I might just buy another ball of yarn. So in the meantime, I'm going to crochet all the leaves for these roses. And I got this yarn from my auntie. She bought it in America and she sent it to me. She sent me a couple snacks as well, which I still haven't completely eaten. But yeah, this is from Walmart. It's 100% acrylic and it's almost 400 grams. And I feel like this is the perfect shade to make my leaves out of. So I'm going to be using this for all my flowers for this bouquet. So I'm going to watch Big Bang Theory this morning and also drink my coffee. I made caramel latte. So I'm going to eat, drink, whatever, and then crochet the leaves for my little roses. But you know what? Let me check my yarn stash now. And also, if you can hear some faint humming in the background, my AC is on. Like it's morning and it's already 22 degrees today. So yeah, it's gonna be a really, really hot day. And yesterday, like I mentioned, I finished all my yarn. I literally just have this much left, which is crazy. But yeah, let's go see if we have some more. Okay, so here is the first box of my yarn stash, and as you can see, we don't have any red. This color here that you're seeing is a it's like a dark pink. It's not red, and this used to be a flower box. Like my mom bakes a lot, so it used to have chapati flour in there. So I just, you know, took it all out and put my yarn inside. But let's check my other box that is a lot bigger. The only reds that I have are these 2 shades, and as you can see, they're very off. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but in person, the shades are really different. And also, let's go back to our roses here. The shades are really off. Like, these two don't match at all. And this looks like it'll be enough for a rose, but I don't want to just use a completely different color. And these two are also really off. So it looks like I am gonna have to go buy more yarn or just like stick with 4 roses. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out later. In the meantime, I'll just finish crocheting the stems. Okay, so I finished crocheting the leaves for the roses, but I ran into a bit of an issue. This hot glue gun is not turning on at all. And yes, my plug socket does work. I had to double check that it was even on. But to signify that it's on, it should show a red light when you turn it on like this. But there is no red light and it's been cool for the entire time. I tried plugging it in. I thought maybe the light was like something wrong. There was something wrong with the light, but I think it's just the entire glue gun. But I do have another one. I have this pink mini one that I've had for a really long time. So the only thing that I need is hot glue sticks. So I'm going to go and buy some hot glue sticks and also some 0.4 millimeter wire so I can make the lilies for the bouquet. Yeah, I'm gonna go in the next like 2 hours or so. So for now, I'll just weave in all the ends, get ready, and then I will go to Hobbycraft. This is actually so annoying because I don't really want to leave the house. It's like honestly like really hot today. But I need to get these flowers done, and especially since I have work next week, I don't know if I'll be able to get the bulk majority of this bouquet done. So doing it over the weekend is my best bet to get it complete. And I also need to buy more yarn so I can make one more rose.
That is amazing.
That's actually adorable.
Look at the stars.
That is actually
And
adorable.
look at the sushi on its back. Oh my goodness.
And what's his name?
Tomodachi.
It's a carved wire for the lilies. Alright guys, I just got back from the shops and I bought these mini hot glue sticks. I'm actually not sure if these are actually the right size for my hot glue gun, but we will find out sooner or later, and even if they're not the same size, I'm going to force them to work. I need to start assembling these flowers. And also in terms of this wire, I bought this craft wire that's 0.6 millimeters. However, I was deciding between 0.6 and 0.4, but I feel like 0.6 would be better so I can shape the petals of the lilies a lot better. And when I made the sunflower in my other video when I was making the engagement bouquet, I used 0.1 millimeter wire, which was so pointless. It was honestly so pointless. I don't even know why I continued using it, because you couldn't shape the petals. It was just way too thin. So hopefully 0.6 will work, but right now I'm going to go downstairs and cook some lunch, and then I'll get back to crocheting. I'm just going to do one more rows and assemble them before I start on the lilies. I could start on the lilies tonight during movie nights. I feel like lately I've really been filming my videos on the weekend mainly because of work, and like every single Saturday we have a movie night. So yeah, I think I'll crochet during then. But look at these roses, they're so pretty so far, and this green just goes so well with them. I'm very happy with how these ones turned out. But yeah, I just have one more to do, and then we will tackle the lilies. Good morning. It is the next day, and this is the current setup. So, I was working on some lilies last night, so I managed to do three of the petals. Each lily requires six petals, so we're gonna finish off the rest of the petals this morning, and I'm going to watch some crochet videos. I haven't watched any crochet videos in a while, so I'm going to do that while making the rest of them. And I just love how these petals look already. They just look so pretty. And I managed to finish all the roses as well, and they just look so nice. I always get excited when I make roses. Then over here we have breakfast. I have some mango and raspberries, and I have half a bagel with Nutella, and then some lemon, honey, and ginger tea. And I also wrote down the pattern for the lilies on a piece of paper, and I tend to do this a lot because I just don't like staring at a screen for too long, especially when it comes to following an entire pattern. So yeah, I have it written down here so I can just easily make it, and I feel like I made a very, very good decision using this wire. This wire is so good, and I think it's the perfect the perfect thickness. So whenever I make flowers that require wire, I'm going to either use a 0.6 or 0.5 depending on the vibe that I want. But for these flowers, 0.6 is absolutely perfect because you can bend these into shape as well and just adjust them easily to your liking. And I like to crochet on the floor a lot, and you'll probably notice that in a lot of my videos. So we just have my food on the floor, but thankfully it's in a bowl and a plate, so it's like not directly on the floor. Plus my area is clean anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, we're just going to get right back into crocheting, and for these lily petals I'm using a 2.5 millimeter crochet hook. This pattern actually required a 2 millimeter, but the smallest one that I have is a 2.5. I might need to buy a 2 millimeter just so I can have it in my collection as well, because I want to have a very, very wide range of hook sizes. But yeah, we're just going to make do with what we have here. I don't really have time to go out and buy an entirely new crochet hook. But yeah, let's just continue. Hi guys, this is a little bit of an update. So I'm still in my pajamas. I have like this little top that says loading, you know, not woken up yet. But it's not even afternoon yet. I decided to crochet like really early in the morning, so I woke up around 7 o'clock and I'm not wearing like a long t-shirt, so I just have my hijab wrapped around my arms, if you're wondering why we are in this position. But it's really hot and I don't really want to find something to wear just to, you know, record this little clip. So yeah, here's an update. I finished one of the lilies already. Let me show you guys. How pretty is this? This lily is actually so pretty. Like, I love how this turned out, and wire for these projects is so important so you can bend it into shape, because when I was assembling it, all the petals were so close together, but then as I finished assembling it, I was able to adjust all the petals. And just look at the middle of the lily as well. I ended up painting with watercolor paints just so I could get the little detail on the inside. And yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out. The only issue is that it's actually really big. This looks like the size of a normal lily, like I've seen lilies before, but it's just really big for the bouquet, and it's just one. But I know I need to make two at least, just so I can meet the brief of making roses and lilies, because one lily is not lilies, you know. I need to make at least two lilies. So arranging this bouquet will be a little bit difficult, I believe, but we'll power through and we'll see what we can do, because I also want to make a bunch of filler flowers as well, like some baby's breath and also some leaves and stuff, just to fill in all of the gaps. But yeah, this looks really cute. I just posted it on Instagram and TikTok. I just like recorded a couple clips outside and took some pictures as well, and yeah, it's really pretty. And I'm literally just imagining this as a hair clip right now. I might even make one to add onto my hijab or something. I feel like that will be so pretty. I think this has started my obsession with lilies. Like, I always used to shy away from making them only because of how complicated they look, but when you actually get into it, it's really not that hard. So I will show the process of me making the second one, because I didn't really show much of this one. I was really in the zone this morning, like I just couldn't be bothered to set up the camera. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this one turned out, and let's just hope my second one is a little bit better though, because I can see a few flaws in this. I won't really point them out because I have a habit of downplaying the things that I make. I showed my mom and she said it's really nice, and she's very honest as well, so if there was something wrong with it, I'm sure she would have said something, but I already see some flaws, but we just gonna leave that. Let me show you the roses and how I'm thinking of assembling them. Let me just go get them. Let me get up. Okay, so here are our beautiful red roses. I think I need to make more than just 4 roses. I didn't really expect my lily to come out that big, but this as a bouquet in itself looks really pretty, but it's not giving graduation, it's giving here's a gift, you know? No special occasion. So I won't give him the bouquet like this, but this is definitely going to be a challenge, because let me show you when I add in the lily. Let me face it towards the camera so you guys can see kind of. Look at this. It covers all my roses completely. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to execute this. I'm thinking of like bending some roses to the side. Can you see this? See, we can see a rose peeking through, and then I could grab my other rose as well. I'm just trying to do this without exposing all my arms. And then like this kind of, very much kind of, just like, let's trust the process, guys. And then the ones at the side, I can just bend them. I don't know, but this doesn't look too bad. I'll add another lily here. My whole arm was on camera. So I'll add another lily here in the back, right where I'm pointing. and then just crochet more roses to kind of go around the area, because they really do need to be spaced out. Like, that's non-negotiable. I do need to space them out a lot and kind of like bend them how I want them to sit. And right now I might just tie it in place just so I have a rough idea of where I want my roses to sit. But yeah, it's not looking too bad at all. So when I make my other lily, I'll see how many roses exactly I need to make this bouquet more full. And yeah, I do have leaves and baby's breath to also add inside. This is probably the most challenging bouquet I've ever made. I have made that engagement bouquet, and then a bouquet of flowers for my mom, and a bunch of other bouquets just here and there. But this one, it's just, how do I make sure that all the flowers are on show, you know? But yeah, this is where we're at. I need to stop talking and actually get the rest of the petals done, because I have work tomorrow and I already do not feel in the mood to be crocheting lily petals after work. That doesn't really seem very fun at all. So I'll try and get all the lily petals done today. And even if I don't assemble the lily today, I can just assemble it after work. I think that'll be a lot better than actually crocheting everything. So yeah, I'll get the middle of the lily done, the petals, paint everything, and then possibly just assemble it tomorrow after work. I think that'll be a nice fun activity, depending on how the day goes, because yeah, I might end up throwing this away. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, it's looking really pretty so far. Ah, this is actually so gorgeous. Here is a update. So I have all 6 of the petals nicely done, and they do look so pretty. They look a lot more uniform than my other petals, so my other lily, because that's one of the things that I didn't really like about the first lily, but people don't even notice. Like, I even posted on TikTok and people are like, what do you mean it's perfect, when I told them that like I don't like how it looks. But anyways, this is all we're doing today. I was going to record making the petals, but again, I was really in the zone and I didn't want to set up a camera and everything. But here are the petals done. Thank goodness, like, this isn't a tutorial. But yeah, tomorrow I'm going to paint them, but I don't have time to do anything else today because it's like past 8 p.m. right now. I need to start getting ready for work tomorrow, so I need to pack my lunch, take a shower, wash my hair, then fold all my clothes. I did my laundry yesterday, but it's literally just sitting on a pile on my floor. So I need to fold those out, pick out an outfit for tomorrow, pray, set my alarm for tomorrow. I leave at 5:55. That's all right. No. I wake up at 5:55 and leave the house around 6. So yeah, quite an early start. But yeah, we'll paint these tomorrow and I'll set up my desk as well. So it's just there waiting for me to assemble when I get home. But at least I don't have any more crocheting to do. I just have the middle of the lily to do, and then the painting, and then just assembling the entire thing, and then make a couple more roses and then some baby's breath, and then whatever else I want to fill the flower bouquet with. So yeah, we are on a tight schedule, but I'll continue tomorrow, inshallah. Okay, guys, here is an update of what the graduation bouquet looks like, and I think right now it looks absolutely stunning. So the only thing that I made off camera are these little baby's breath, and I think they're just so cute. This is my first time using wire as well to crochet flowers. Usually I don't use wire whatsoever, and I see why now because my fingers were hurting so much when I was making this baby's breath. But anyways, it's done, and it adds a really beautiful touch to the bouquet. And then down here we just have these leaves that I made to act as a filler. So I was thinking of adding some calla lilies into this as well. I made calla lilies for my future sister-in-law's bouquet, and I just want to add them to the side, like one here, one there, and then make some leaves to just fill in all the gaps. I want this to be a very rustic bouquet, a very naturey. So I'm going to make a bunch more leaves, but I feel like for now I'll just make the calla lilies and that'll be the last flower. He didn't ask for calla lilies, but it's a type of lily, and I think that it'll go really well with this bouquet. But just look how pretty this is so far, and I'm looking for a tutorial right now on how to make them. So yeah, I'll do this one on camera so you guys can see what I'm doing. And I just really love how detailed this baby breath looks. Look how cute this is. My camera is notorious for not focusing properly, but hopefully you can see all the details on the inside. And whenever I arrange my bouquets, I just add some yarn to wrap around the stems so it stays where I want it to be. Yeah, so we'll see how we're going to finish off the entire bouquet. My camera is actually flashing red right now. I haven't charged it in a couple days, so I'm gonna put on the charger, crochet something right now, and then I'll record myself crocheting some more flowers and fillers just to add some more clips of me crocheting instead of just adding updates upon updates upon updates. But yeah, I didn't have work today either. That's why I've been able to do a lot of work with this bouquet. But I do have work tomorrow, so we'll just see how much we can do tonight. So right now it's 6:45. So it is starting to get a little bit late. But yeah, let's make some calla lilies, and I'm going to keep this bouquet red, white, and green because I just want it to be very basic, very sleek, not too crazy. Because I have made very crazy flower bouquets in the past, and yeah, I just want to keep this very natural, very simple. So yeah. This video was recorded over the span of 14 days. And I know it doesn't really sound like that much, but when you're crocheting and picking up the camera and then choosing different angles and everything, 14 days is a lot. And I'm nearing the end of this flower bouquet, and I just think something is missing. So I decided to crochet another rose and just see if that made me like the bouquet more. And as of now, I actually don't like this bouquet. I don't know what it is. It's not completely finished though, but the video is almost finished. So I put a poll on my YouTube channel, and majority of people suggested that I should split the video into two parts. So this is part one where I'm crocheting the bouquet. Then part two is where I'm assembling it and doing all the finishing touches and also vlogging graduation day. So that's going to be a really fun video. I'm so glad majority of people decided for me to split it up. So yeah, I'll give you my final thoughts and everything in the next video. And yeah, that is the end of today's video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it, and as always, I will see you in the next one.